ticket to a better day. A rocking chair and a glass of wine in the shade of a tree, and I'm feeling fine. There's not a lot to ask when life is going by so fast. One breath away. Step up and say, hold on to what is real. The love you feel is like water in a glass. Don't try to separate the ones you hate from the ones that you don't know. 'Cause there's a part of you that never could let go. I'm chasing shadows around the place. It shouldn't take long now in any case. As long as there is light, pretending I could stay the night. One breath away. Step up and say, hold on to what is real. The love you feel is like water in a glass. Don't try to
Boy, these star thistles are no joke. So Dee Dee and I have bought a bunch of fixtures over the years, and the very first thing we do is either replace a toilet lid or replace a toilet. I don't know, I just prefer having a new lid or a new toilet for some reason whenever we are buying a place. So anyhow, this one is a traditional, just kind of a round toilet bowl. I prefer an elongated one. I like for the front and the back half to both fit on the toilet. So we went ahead and bought an elongated toilet. We're going to sub in here, and then we can enjoy the go, so to speak. So, all right, I know replacing a toilet's not that glamorous. It's simply 2 bolts on the back side. We're going to drain all the water out, lift it up, put the new one in. Not a lot to it, but a very vital piece of equipment in the house. All right, so this is what we went with, just an American Standard from Home Depot. Whoever came up with the marketing, it'll flush a bucket full of golf balls. Genius, you sold me, so here we go. So for those of you that have been with us, the last house we just did, this is what we put in as well. Worked great, so we just went and got the exact same thing again. And Dee Dee and I both like just a standard flush on the side of the toilet. I know they have these new ones with the flush on the top. I don't know. I haven't been able to get into those, so I like just a standard traditional toilet. Good news, toilet is installed. So we don't have a water line to it yet. I need to go down and get a longer water line. The one that was on there is pretty short. I am using this. This is a reusable flange. We will be doing new flooring in here. So I'm going to be pulling this toilet up and doing flooring. But I couldn't wait for the toilet, so we're doing that first. And just wanted a reusable flange so we can pop it on and off. I've used these before when we were remodeling our last place, and they worked pretty good. All right, a little bit of a snag. We had a super short connector pipe, and this is a little taller, so needed a few extra inches. Ran down to the hardware store, and so from the location of our current house, which is still pretty rural, but it only took about a 30-minute round trip down to the hardware store and back. I wouldn't even be to the hardware store from our prior house. So that is one nice thing. When obviously we do a bunch of projects, so it will be nice to be close if we need something last minute like this to finish up a project, zip down and only take up a few minutes. All right, line installed. We are good to go. I'll pull that toilet again when we install flooring, but until then, thankfully we have a brand fresh new toilet to use. So very excited about that. Shouldn't be excited about that, but I am. So there you go. So this is kind of humorous. There's this weird little Dutch door set up in the pump house with little gate latches on it. And I came to put something in the pump house and I just locked myself in it. So I could kick my way out, or I think I'll just text Edie to come and let me out. Jeez.
So, probably need to fix that.
Yeah, we'll have to fix that one. Thank you.
Yep.
Edie just informed me I could have let myself out. Either way, we'll get that fixed. Wow, there's a lot of this wallpaper in this house. All right, so now I'm in the laundry area, just kind of the mudroom area off of the back porch here. This is where the washer and dryer would go, and I've got a little panel pulled off the wall here. So these are the valves for the washer and dryer, and I noticed obviously a lot of calcium buildup right there, indicating that it might have been leaking for some time. So there's a little wall panel right there somebody had made or cut out at some point in time. And guess what? There's water there, obviously. There's water coming down the pipes. So just out of an abundance of caution, went down and picked up a PEX style washer outlet box. So we're gonna put that in. Obviously, if you watched us in our last house, we did PEX, and that worked very well. I have all the crimpers and everything for that. So the plumbing that's in these old manufactured homes is polybutylene, I believe is what it's called. It was around in probably the 70s, 80s, 90s, somewhere in that range. So I think it was discontinued probably in the 90s, if I remember right. There's a lot of leak issues with it, if I'm not mistaken, back in the day. So not nearly as good as the newer PEX stuff. That stuff seems to be pretty bulletproof. So anyhow, we're gonna go ahead and replace the outlet box. I'm gonna cut these lines, and I got some polybutylene to PEX adapters, so we'll crimp those on. I'm probably gonna need to crawl underneath the house because I don't know if I'm gonna clip these here or down below, depending on what's going on. There are some fittings on this. This has already been repaired. A lot of times this, since this stuff is prone to leaking a lot, I'd probably be better off just ripping the whole thing out, but I don't know that I'm there for that much of a project yet. I'm just trying to do a few small things to kind of get things in working order. So I'll probably just patch them right here, but I gotta figure out where to turn the water off at. All right, this is probably my least favorite thing in the world to do is crawl under houses, but gotta be done. So I do have my handy dandy face mask. We'll put that on. Go see what I can find that's broke that needs fixed. Okay, all right, let's do this. I believe this is the questionable crawl space. Oh, we have one screw. Look at that. Okay. Woohoo! Nice, nice. Some vintage decon. Oh, some more. Look at that. right, so right away I hear and see a drip right there. Awesome. And there's a bunch of underskirting right there that's all full of water. Okay. That's awesome. All right, so that was not the leak I was looking for. Great. All right, I'm gonna shut off water to the house and so that leak is dripping much more than the leak I was looking for. So we've got a bigger problem at some point here. I am going to, I guess, turn off water and cut the belly of this thing open and see if I can find where that's coming from. All right, that was a shorter crawl than anticipated. I found at least 3 leaks, so I just went ahead and shut off the water main here. Found that and shut it off. Not sure what I'm gonna do. I might just rerun PEX to the entire thing because it's kind of ugly. So, debating here. We'll see what I do. All right. So this entire project will be continued at a later date because I also realized that all of my PEX tools are packed, shrink wrapped on pallets somewhere in the shop. So I don't even know where those are. I was going to go ahead and put in the box here and just tie into these and then figure out what I was going to do with the rest. But I can't even do that, so hitting my head against the wall. I guess we're just going to bag it for now, and we'll come back to this later. Well, Dee Dee has gotten everything scrubbed down in this bathroom. The shower's a different color now, so we're good to go. All the walls, floors, all the fixtures, everything has been scrubbed down. I've got to tear down some of the old little slide racking from back in the day. And then we got this awesome mirror right here that needs torn down as well. So I still got a little bit of work to do. And then Dee Dee was doing some research. It looks like you can paint wallpaper with an oil-based paint. So I think we're gonna go ahead and paint everything in here as well. That'll be a cheap way to kind of spruce everything up a little bit in here. These are about the most tame deer ever. They just look at you and go back to what they're doing. Good morning. All right, guys, it is official. We are closed on the property. It's recorded. This is officially our new home. So the prior owners had let us move a bunch of stuff over early, let us haul our trailer over. And so we are cleared to start ripping and tearing some of the stuff on this property. So we're very excited to do that. We want to thank you so much for joining us, guys. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us on this new adventure. And we'll have a bunch more exciting stuff on the next one. Thanks so much. We'll see you.